guys, it's Gus. Today we're going to be working on the Kaiju. This video I was going to do quite a while ago, but I have tried 4 different heat sinks for this thing, and because of how it's configured in the chassis and everything like that, finding one that actually fits in here has been really tough. But I did find one that does fit, but it does require just a little bit of modification. And I'll show you that there. There's the part number for it. It's the Powerhobby one. It's actually a dual fan. But what I had to do to get it to fit, because of the motor mount system, is I had to trim just a small little piece like that out of there in order to get it to, I'll show you here. I got it loose right now, but the screw that goes here, it hits and then it won't fit between the wires. I tried turning the motor, and no matter what I do, I can't get it to fit. So the only way is to trim that little piece out of there. Some of them, the plate doesn't fit underneath the motor because this thing fits really close to the chassis, but this one actually does fit in there correctly. But of course, to put it in, you just pop your screw out of your spur cover, pull this screw out, loosen your nut, turn it up like so. Wiggle it a little bit and it'll pop out of there. So you gotta wiggle it so it pops out of this little clip thing right here. And then you just gotta put your plate underneath. And once you get the plate underneath, you can just put it all back together. I'll show you here real quick. Don't mind my mess. I got like 10 projects going at the same time. At first I didn't think it came with a T, but it does come with a T. So that way you have everything you need to get it done. This one actually has some nice long wires. Some of them, the wires are really short, so then you have to run extensions to get them to where you need to plug it in. You get a bunch of screws, and yeah, should be everything we need to get that put in there. So I'm going to go ahead and shut this off quick, put the motor back in, and then we'll go from there. One thing I wanted to point out real quick here is this actually comes with these spacers to go between the 2 pieces of the heat sink, and on this motor it fits pretty darn close, so you won't need to use those. And these screws are actually a little bit long, and they only have enough for the fan, so I might actually use a different set unless these are long enough. These ones might be long enough, but they look pretty short. Alright, we will continue on here and see how it goes. Okay, got these screws in. Those little screws that come in there were long enough, so I did not need to use my own screws. Make sure to, this is into aluminum, of course, so make sure to use Loctite in these. And also we're going to use Loctite when we put these fan screws in there, because otherwise they'll guaranteed shake loose on us. Alright, next up we're going to go ahead and put the fans on there. Okay, one thing you need to make sure you do is before you mount these fans on there, hook them up and then turn your switch on and see which way they blow, so you get them that way. And what you need is these to actually blow into it, so you want to make sure you feel air. Like on this side you won't, on this side you will, and then you know how to mount your fans on to the heat. Okay, I got it all mounted in there. I did manage to get the T to fit in there, so that way there isn't so much wire hanging around. It took a little bit of playing, but I did get everything to fit and come out the hole here. I just took the wire holder here, unscrewed it, put them under there, kind of fed these wires underneath here. Everything's nice and secure in there, and we're ready to rip. And then I wanted to give you guys an update on where I am with the body for this. Right now I'm working on building a cage for the inside. I've got it pretty much done. I just got to put it together. And then on the top, we're going to have some skids, which I'm going to be making out of a 1/2-inch Delrin rod. This stuff right here. And I won't be using the whole stick. I'm going to split it, of course, but then it'll fit up there. I'm going to put some here, and that'll help where I got it, the cage screwed to the body. It'll help it from wrecking the body. And then here I got here's my back piece, and what I'm doing is the body is actually going to yeah, the body just fits in like that. And then so it is still going to use body clips, but as you can see here, they'll just I'll just run them through them slots through the wheel wells, and then you still have to use body clips, but then you don't have to have them on top. I don't like them on top because usually when the body pins are on top, it just rips everything apart, and that's why I'm going with this cage. And hopefully the body holds up. And yeah, I think it's going to look pretty darn good when I get her done. And I found a set of old Traxxas 3.2-inch wheel chevron tires I'm going to put on here, and then I can run the stock wheels, because usually the 3.2s are only a 14mm hex from what I've seen. So then I'll be able to so I'll have to bake these off, and then I can put my chevrons on there, and then I'll have myself a monster truck. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. Make sure to like and subscribe, and remember, subscribing is free, doesn't cost you anything, and we'll see you in the next video.